So we're here to talk about handler pressure. What creates that pressure is what we're going to talk about first, and then we're going to go into why it should be a tool for what you're doing, and then how pressure could go wrong, and what we can do in response to that, and kind of be aware of those kinds of situations. So I like this quote. I think it's a great quote to kind of talk about how handling plays a role in our sport. In scent detection, dogs and handlers work as partners, with handlers reading both their dog's behavior and ever-changing environmental factors, while periodically helping their dogs to cover an area using subtle spatial pressure, which seems to summarize exactly what we're going to talk about today, is using that subtle spatial pressure in order to come to an answer so our dogs are feeling confident in what they're doing and not overpowered, but at the same time that we can cover our areas, which is pretty critical in the sport of scent work. We've got four different things, three handler pieces and one environmental pressures that we might want to think about. The first one is movement, and we've a little bit of example already, but we're going to break these down into pieces. So we've got movement and we've got orientation. This is the direction you're facing, whether it's your face and shoulders or your hips or your feet. And then handler position, and this is where the handler is physically standing within the search area. Height is up here on the top of the pole, coming down to the bleachers. The dog is receiving information from the bleachers, but the handler, who doesn't know where the height is, turns and goes with the dog with some movement and orientation, which then brings the dog past the odor information, and then they are not coming back to that pole until later in the search. So I've got an NW3 dog, George is NW3, so my proofing challenge, because he's been working these kinds of handling proofing, small little doses, maybe I'd pick something pretty hard, like I turn my back to him, which I would say is kind of hard. But if I said turn my back to him and distance, oh, now we're getting to this level of difficulty on a proofing challenge, right? And so then the environment, I don't think he could do very hard. I want him successful. So maybe we're going to say we're going to do it at home.